Just back in Kamal's Living Life in Long Island, New York, where the weather is quite nice.
Very nice.
Yes.
It has like a nip of fall in it today, right?
Yes, it didn't go above 75, so.
Yeah.
And there was that spate where everything was just so boiling hot that when you see temperatures in the comfortable 70s, you start thinking about fall.
Yeah.
My favorite season, actually, fall. Fall is my favorite season.
I'm thinking about the Jets and the Giants.
It's going to get warm. It has to get warm in September. It has to.
The Jackson Hole is coming up tomorrow, but Monday is the Jet game, first game of the season, right? Monday, Labor Day.
The first game is going to be Thursday the 5th. The Jets are playing the Giants this Saturday or next Saturday? I think it's this Saturday.
Exhibition.
Yeah, exhibition. People like that bit of rivalry.
Aaron Rodgers.
It's not like Mets Yankees.
The odds are 50-50, 1-to-1 odds on Aaron Rodgers surviving the first game.
Well, I'd be surprised if they even gave him any play during this exhibition game.
No, they didn't last time, right?
They did not.
Yeah. Why take a chance?
He was saying, "You're not putting me behind that offensive line."
At least let him get a few snaps.
Get bigger people.
A few real snaps, in a real game.
Right.
That'd be nice. So Thursday night is their first game?
Thursday, September 5th is the first game of the NFL.
And the Jets, when did they play their first game?
I'm not sure.
I think it's Monday night.
It could be. Let me take a look. While you guys are talking about all your woes.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Kansas City's gonna win the Super Bowl.
Ooh, getting bold.
And I'm gonna say the Bills will be in the playoffs.
And the Jets are playing at the 49ers on September 9th.
All
which
right.
I believe is a Monday, yes.
All right. Should be a good game.
The Jets at the 49ers? Well,
I think the Jets are good. If Aaron Rodgers goes more than 4 snaps, it might be interesting.
Otherwise, it's lambs to the slaughter.
Yeah. All right, so let's turn our attention to Jackson Hole tomorrow at 10 a.m. The market sold off in anticipation of good news tomorrow. Does that make sense?
Yada, 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 yada.
Yes, they're selling the news. Everyone knows that he's going to be very dovish, at least dovish, if not very dovish. So it's baked in. September's baked in. Whether 3 cuts or 2 cuts, most likely 3, and most likely 25 points. That's the base case. 3 cuts, 25, 25, 25.
That's the no-brainer.
It's baked in, and today was sell the news a day in advance. You got to get the jump on.
So let me understand this. Him saying that he's going to cut is good for the market, but because we already know he's going to say it, when he actually does say it, it's going to be bad for the market.
Well, we jumped the gun. Now it'll be good because the day before it was bad.
Yeah, I make it sound like I don't understand this, but I've been playing this game too long to.
I know. It's
to go. How could this possibly be?
The psychology is you always sell the news, but this time instead of waiting for the news, you sell it the day before.
Right. So eventually, it's going to become like that Tom Cruise movie. You get arrested before you even commit the crime.
Exactly.
Oh, I saw that movie. It was weird.
Exactly. Not only was the movie weird, but Tom Cruise is a little weird.
Well, and yes, an attraction to those kind of roles.
We are too sane to understand these things.
Yeah.
We cannot digest. We're too.
Yourself, my friend.
I'm going to share a screen and look at the charts.
Might as well.
I'm not very concerned, about the market. I think it's just a little blip.
I'm the opposite. In fact, I'm thinking tomorrow is going to be a really ugly day.
Well, I'm not saying we won't get another day or two of selling, but
Right. So usually when we have a really bad Thursday, Friday follows.
yeah, I mean, we could get 2-3 days more of selling. It's not saying that that won't happen. Let's see, where am I going? I want to go to SPY. I'm in SPY. I want to
Show that to us.
show that to you. Do you see my screen?
We see your screen.
We see screen
Actually,
inside the screen.
just change your tab. You should be good when you change your tab.
For some reason, I can't click on anything.
You can't click on that tab?
Hit escape on the top left corner.
Oh, over there, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So we broke that very sharp trend line.
Again, it's Harry Potter's scar.
Yeah, but look, we closed at a very good level of support. I drew the line just under where we closed, so pretty close to where we closed. So I think we're at support now. And if we go lower tomorrow, which is a good chance we will, further sell off, I think it'll be a Kamal fill the gap right in here. The close.
Can you do 3 months or 1 month actually?
Well, let me just give the gap fill. The gap fill is 543.75. So we could go down another 13 points, which is significant. And if that happens, it's buy. Come back and buy.
I mean B-U-Y, not B-Y-E.
No, B-U-Y. Yeah. There's a big difference.
Yes, indeed. That's why I needed you to clarify.
Yeah, no, definitely. On that gap fill, if we get there, even if we don't get there, if we get to the 50, it's buy, and then buy again if it goes to the gap fill. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking to add. Today I sold a little. I sold snow on an earnings miss.
Right.
And I sold some IMPUY. I didn't sell all of it.
No, you sold some of the Brazilian platinum or something?
I think it's South Africa.
Oh, South African. Yes, I keep thinking it's Brazilian, but it's South African.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going on the short side of metals these days, but that might be. I think you said that was contrarian for me to do that.
Yeah, I think the metals, for whatever reason, the only one that's been doing well lately is gold.
Right.
And even
it's over 2,500 now, right?
But even that sold off today.
Did it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right. So
what's snow? Snow is what exactly? Is it AI?
It is. It's a cloud play.
I see. So if SMCI, Snow, and Dell didn't do well, why do you think NVIDIA was going to be different?
I'm not sure that I trust NVIDIA because there's a little rule in programming. If there's one error, there's likely another error. If there's two errors, there's likely two more hidden errors. So if
like cockroaches.
If there's one design flaw, who's to say there isn't another design flaw?
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Yet to be discovered.
Yeah.
I see what you're getting at.
If the 3-month delay could suddenly become a 6-month delay, which would equal a big loss. I'm not saying that's the case. I have no way of knowing.
Well, aren't there earnings coming up this week?
Next week? 28th.
That's what Kamal. 28th. That's what Kamal's talking about. Yeah.
Right.
28th.
Well, remember, all the movement was just before that.
Jensen will have a conference call and say all is well, the bug is fixed. We're on schedule to 3 months late, and the stock will roar. Or he won't say that, and the stock will not roar. Really, the market needs reassurance, and it needs a very rosy outlook from NVIDIA, because the sales for the quarter, we know they're going to hit.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That
It's the outlook.
I see what you're saying.
It's the conference call. It's a little scary. I always get frightened with earnings, especially NVIDIA, because I know how volatile that one is.
Right.
And if
One week,
Nvidia misses in any way, it's going to shock the market.
right. One week it hit, and then everything went up wonderfully. The second time it hit, but it hit with a couple of hints, and then it went down.
One thing,
So,
one
so
thing,
if next week is the same,
one thing you can almost bet your shirt on that it won't just do nothing.
right. Right. So I guess it's time to put that put call collar on it, isn't it?
Well, the premiums are super high,
Wow.
so you really can't. You
Right.
can
You have to pick one.
you can write a call and take advantage of the premium. You got to be willing to give up the stock, right?
Right, but you have to really right, exactly. If you have enough of it.
Yeah. So usually my hedging consists of crossing my fingers
Right.
and my toes. All right, let's take a look at more charts. Bitcoin. We drew this bullish pennant the last time, right? The exact same one I put back.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Arjun drew it. Is that, if I remember correctly? And actually, Arjun drew it at Kamal's suggestion. Kamal first.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I redrew it, Kamal. That looks accurate, right?
Yeah. You see the 50-day and that line that you drew, the upward line?
Yeah.
It's getting stuck in that angle, in that corner. Is that a bullish flag?
Oh, I see.
I don't know,
It
actually.
looks pretty bullish. So it'll when it breaks out, it should also break the 50. That's,
Yeah, you see how it's stuck between the 50 and
the 50 is resistance here.
yeah, I understand. It looks very clear, yes.
Yeah. And it looks like it only has a few more trading days left, according to this triangle, before it breaks out one way or the other. August 27th, next week, right? Tuesday. So let's say by Wednesday of next week, it should be clear whether Bitcoin is going to finally break up or down, or continue on down. The recent trend has been more intermediate term trend has been down. So let's see if it can reverse that, take out 70,000 and finally do what Bitcoin is expected to do this year. All right, but let's see how MicroStrategy looks. Had a terrible day today, but we definitely have a new channel forming. Or if you like, you want to call it a flag, you can call it a flag. But you know, it's actually bullish looking chart. So Bitcoin, I would rate 60-40 or 70-30 bullish. And the same with MicroStrategy. It looks quite bullish. It's got to get past the 100 and the 50. Just say similar to Bitcoin, that's got to break through the 50, right? Very similar odds, I would say, which makes sense because they basically follow each other. MicroStrategy follows Bitcoin. And let's look at Mara. Very similar, unbelievable. But Mara, you're looking at a congestion right up here at 1930. I think Mara looks quite bullish also. It's got to take out the high from 1783. So with a break of 1783, you're looking at 1927. Looks pretty bullish as well. And what next? I was looking at Sava. Had a very bullish run all the way past 40. Then it came all the way back down to the moving average. What is that, the 200? Yeah, 200. And now it's coming back towards the highs. I think it's going to continue. So we had a little down day today, normal. It's got to do a little digestion. I think some new support should be in here at 26.79. Let me draw that in. I'm not saying it gets that low, but I drew in support 25.
Yeah, you did.
25.74 is good, but also right in here. So that looks like another area. 26.81. So let's put it like a zone of support between 26.81 and 2500, 25 even on Sava. If it gets that low. I'm not saying it will. I think Sava's got a lot of MOMO. A lot of FOMO, MOMO, whatever you want to call it. It used to be MOMO, now it's FOMO, right?
Right. Well, Momo is for momentum, right?
Yes. And
The
FOMO
FOMO is for this fear.
of missing out, yeah.
But
It's basically the same idea.
well, yeah, this there's not enough news to support all of that hyperbole about being $1,000, a thousand bagger or anything like that.
Have patience till the end of the year. We're going to get the readout on the 1,000-patient trial. It's over. They have it's over. They're just waiting the tallying of the results. So they say end of November, very likely. And it
Wonderful.
really doesn't figure to go up too much higher before. If it gets to 50, 60 before the readout, there's got to be profit taking along the way. So I doubt that it's very hard to get up there, 50, 60.
Gotcha.
Very hard before the readout. After the readout, I'd pick a number, but before the readout, I think 42 might be it. If someone gave us that 42 number the last time on the show.
Yes, that's true.
Darth has a comment, interesting comment about selling before the rate cut. Yeah. Darth is very sharp. Thank you, Darth.
Yeah, I guess the bloom's coming off the rose for him regarding the Mag 7.
Yeah. So what else should I look at? I normally look at
You did list what did you list?
SMCI
You list SMCI and Dell. The other NVIDIA followers.
and snow. I sold my snow because I look outside, I don't see any snow.
Right, I don't see any snow outside. So this is SMCI.
Yeah, look, it's consolidating off a nice cup and handle. So I guess it's the handle, right? Looks like the handle.
Yeah.
I don't like that it is way below all the averages.
Yeah.
I have a lot of it.
You're absolutely right. It's trading below the 200. That's not good. You want it above the 200.
Right. If you're using Professor Omar's index.
No, he's right. 90% of stocks are above, tech stocks anyway are above the 200, and this one's below. Is there a reason for that? I don't know.
Yes, they missed their earnings 2 weeks ago.
Missed earnings, and they could run on the coattails of a strong NVIDIA report.
Right.
They could. The thing is, will it get past the 200, 679?
Yeah, if it passed 200, then it's going to be hitting north really good.
Yeah, then it'll run all the way up here to 748.
Yep.
But that's not easy to get past that 200. You notice of all the averages, I made this one the black thick line because it's
Yes.
tough, very tough. Very important psychological barrier to 200. And you could see the reverse. It was good support for a while till it fell through it. So you expect what was support is going to be resistance. The 200 is always acts both ways, support, resistance. All right. So
And
SM,
then you also included in your note, Dell.
yeah,
The guys that follow the other guys that follow.
very,
And
very.
I wouldn't mind you looking at HPE also.
All right. They're all server plays.
Right.
This one
And
has,
this is not Dell. This is DWLL.
oh, it's funny it had a similar chart.
It is funny. There you go.
So does this have a similar chart? We have the run, very much bear and cup and handle looking, and we have the consolidation. Very similar. And but we're not below the 200, are we? We're sitting at the.
Oh, we're above it, right?
Yeah.
In fact, it's at support.
It's support. Yep.
The 200 is support. So of the two, you just are using that argument alone. This looks stronger than SMCI. if you're just using that criteria alone.
Correct.
But otherwise, if you disregard the averages, they look very similar. And let's
Apple.
do
Try. I want you to check Apple. See.
Apple.
Yep.
I haven't looked at it lately.
It had a very nice recovery. You see how many green candles right after each other?
Yes, looks very nice.
Yes, Apple has really had a run.
I think it had an engulfing today. It's very, very close, but it's not an all-time high, so I'm not going to worry about it. If it gives back to, if the market with continued weakness over the next few days, if we get that, could come down to 220, 219.50.
Right, it'll just go down to a good price.
Yeah, figure to 50. That would be normal little trading, little chop here.
Sure.
On Apple.
You don't see a gap fill.
All right, gap fill.
Yeah, big gap. It's this gaping gap. When things went down and then they started going back again. Over here in late August.
That's not a gap fill. It was
I'm
filled.
saying you guys you don't see it is what I'm saying.
No,
You see.
Oh, you're talking about 822.
Yes.
That's.
Well, it filled it that way. I see what you're saying. So that's over with.
It's already filled. Yeah.
It's already.
Oh, I get your point. All right. So going back there is not a worry.
You want to get a refill.
Well, okay.
You can't get
very good. Very clever.
You know why I don't like Starbucks? They won't give you a refill.
Because they don't give you a refill, right?
No refill for it.
So yeah, Darth is asking about XPI, LABD, and LABU. Just
let's start with
seeing what's going on with the BIOS.
All right, XPI.
Yeah, XPI actually was looking okay lately.
Had a big red candle today, but
So did everything.
It's been in a very strong bull trend, and it came practically up to the highs. Hope this isn't a classic triple top or head and shoulders or whatever you want to call it.
It looks that way.
Has the potential of being that.
Yep. Historically.
Yeah. What else?
Amazon.
Oh, Amazon. A big
Amazon,
set.
very interesting candle today. Very weird candle. It looks like
not a good candle.
Yeah, not a good candle.
Oh my gosh!
I'm thinking it's going to fill that gap, tomorrow.
How about a retest 200?
Yeah, that's basically filling the gap. You see that gap down there?
Wow.
171.50. Or 170.
I was almost going to buy it, but then I saw that gap. I'm like, let me hold on.
Yeah, right. You can always get to the 200.
It looks like it's heading for that 171 area.
Yeah.
Good
You
place.
know, this is still best of breed though. Even if everybody sours to the Mag 7.
171 is a good place to head.
Yeah. That's why I want to bring this to your attention.
What else did Darth ask?
LABD and LABU.
LABU is the same as XBI, only a little,
Yeah,
more.
right, exactly. So he was just I guess if he's talking about redistribution, the question is it gonna go to bio?
I think so because it has gone already to bio, so I think it'll continue. I think bio is getting a play, despite the heavy attack by the Democrats, right?
Oh yeah, what do they keep using that term big pharma just because people are worried about their drug costs?
Right. The Democrats are scaring me with the
Well, yeah, that particular one, big pharma, it's not they're not as bad as big tobacco. At least they're making good stuff.
yeah, and you have to incentivize them to charge less. You give
Right.
them
They should be at least be a little bit moderate in their language. I agree with you.
also expedite the process, damn it, of getting a drug through.
And they really better do something about getting all those rumors flying around about unrealized gains, even the ones that you were talking about.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
you got to hear the people on CNBC. How could we pay taxes on money that we don't even have? You know, this kind of stuff, and they're making sense.
it's the Democrats have to. They got to ban Bernie Sanders, AOC. They can't let them talk. Sorry, you don't win elections being in extreme position.
Yeah,
You don't
I
want
agree.
you don't want elections being honest.
You have to move to the center. I don't care what the issue is. Center. Corporate taxes, you want to raise them from 21. What is it now? 20, 21?
Yeah, they want to go to 28.
That's too high. You go to 25.
Yeah, baby steps.
You shoot for the middle. You don't shoot for extremes. I'm telling you.
Right. I know they're gonna lose all those moderates
I
and
should
undecideds that they've been winning this week.
call
They
up
can easily lose them in a heartbeat.
I should call up David Plouffe and tell him, hey, watch it. You're going to lose a lot of people. And
Yeah.
they're going to hurt a lot of people because if the market crashes because of their policy, that'll destroy the wealth effect and put us in recession, and then jobs will be lost. So so all their goodness could wind up being bad. I'm all for helping people of all levels, but not in a way that's going to hurt everybody.
Right. Exactly. Joy, just like Garth is saying, money should be spread around. Joy should be spread around also.
Republicans had their issues with crazies on the far right, and the Democrats have their issues with crazies on the far left. So neither party has learned you got to shoot for the center. They're bad shooters. You don't play to the base. You play to the base to win the primary. You don't play to the base in the election.
Right.
You got to move over to the center. Come on. I hope she does in her speech tonight.
Yeah, that's the theme for tonight. And again, you might see then some reflection in the stock market just based on what you hear. And if she says the right things, the stock market's just going to do a big yuan, and then everything will sort of be okay.
What she says could affect the market. Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. But if they take it as a big yawn, that's good news.
Right.
That's the hope. We have to hope that the market does just discounts it all and
Well,
just behaves the way it's gonna.
Is there a way to like send her advice or something like?
Yeah, right. Is there like is
What
there
I
this like social media site where we can actually like list our complaints and our suggestions?
Suggestions, at least suggestions.
I think
Yeah,
that's. I think,
a global suggestion box.
but isn't it totally obvious what we're saying that don't be extreme on either side? I think
Yeah,
it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. Well,
there is a saying to hold the stick from the middle.
Yes. you have to compromise as well. I mean, that's how you get legislation through. You can't, you know. Anyway, I get.
Yeah, we have to
Reason
move.
I don't talk politics is
No, we have to move off the subject and get to something.
I get very frustrated. I get upset. What do I need it for? The market is upsetting enough.
Yeah, today was a really nasty day.
So do you think that these drops, like even this nice red candle from Amazon, is this the beginning of a momentum, or is this just a burp?
I think it's going to be a buying opportunity at 171 and change.
Right. But
Right in
what
that
I'm
gap.
saying is that it erased like 5 days of going up. You follow, like in one day.
I bought. When did I add? I told you guys right about 170. I added.
Did you?
Yeah. So if it comes back there, I might add some more.
I
Yeah,
bought
you
it.
have another
I,
shot at it.
I bought it at 169. I sold it at 177 or 176.90 something. And I'm thinking of buying it again if it hits
You
that
bought it
200.
at
If it
169.
is the 200, you got it.
I bought it at a lower price than you, so I must have paid 161.
Yeah, but I sold. I registered my gains. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I still,
Kamal Cash, he rang the cash register.
I can't
That's
remember.
right.
I can't remember. I know I got a very good buy on whatever it was. I'd have to look back
Well, that flash crash gave everybody a nice.
I know I grabbed some Amazon, even though it's my number one holding, and I still added to it.
So I'm definitely buying if it hits 200.
Yeah. Was there any other suggestions for?
I asked for HPE just to see if
I think
this.
it'll probably look like the Dell and.
It didn't the last time. It was looking actually a little bit more anemic than those other guys. I was just trying to get a look at it.
Had a nice run. It was the same kind of consolidation. Looks somewhat similar and stuck here at the 100 at resistance. It actually looks similar. They all look quite similar with that cup and handle type formation, you know? They all three of them look very similar. I mean, Dell and SMCI look closer, but this one looks pretty close too.
Okay. All right, I guess so. All fingers are crossed for Nvidia hitting it out the park next week. Right?
Why did I sell Snow? Because it had bad earnings, and I didn't like the call. So
Yeah, well, if you move that back, you can see this is why you sold Snow.
I sold it at about 120, 119, something like that. So it's lower than what I sold it at, but not that matters. I just didn't like I mean, these tech stocks, when they have a disappointment, they usually go down further than just one day. Might get 2 or 3 days of selling on Snow, maybe even break the low here at 107.97.
Would you pick it up then if that happened?
If it gets close to that 100 level, yeah, I'm back in. I actually took a little loss.
What makes the stock particularly attractive?
I like the name. The symbol is very good. And
he was the evil president in the.
I like Snow, but I also like it backwards. Ones, it won.
Okay.
So there's a lot of reasons.
Oh, it's my favorite restaurant, Juan's.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we looked at what we looked at, and
yeah, we hit our time marker. So this was good.
Darth likes our politics idea.
Well, he said he said despite. He said we were good despite the
I don't
politics.
think it's despite. I think he liked our views. Look, it's hard to cut the baby in half, but we try.
It's true. That is true.
Why? I lost your audio for a moment. All right, so let's keep our fingers crossed for 10 a.m. tomorrow when Jerome Powell. We hope that he has his Tums in his pocket if he needs it, right? We don't want him to fart. We want him to have a
Right.
nice.
Exactly. Because that would drop the market 100 points right there.
We want him to have a nice, dovish, good frame of mind speech. He's been
Yes.
chilled for all week, right?
Dr. J, we need that. We need that suggestion box. We need to send him suggestions.
All right. Well, people can leave their suggestions in the comments, right?
Right.
There you go. And then
And
the government will read them.
and if they got this far in the video, please, not that are not subscribed, then please subscribe. Adios, amigos, and ciao.
Bye, Barella. Have a good weekend.